In this video I'm going to show you the very basics of connecting Fluro to Google Data Studio. I'm going to assume that you already have a Google Data Studio account. If not, you can go to datastudio.google.com. I think at this point anyway it's free. But we're going to click blank report and create a new report here. And then it's going to ask us for a data source. So here we're just going to search for Fluro, and you can find the Fluro partner connector. If you click that, it's then going to ask you a few different questions. Now these questions probably change by the time you've watched this video, but I'm going to show you how to get this connected. So what we want to do is go to our admin panel. I'm going to go to Apps, Applications, and here I'm just going to create a new application, and it can just be a basic application. We're going to call this Google Data Studio example, and we'll go to authentication, change the authentication style to standalone application, which means it will get an API key, and then we want to give this some permissions. So we actually want to give this application permissions to access all the data that we want Google Data Studio to access. So we can either just potentially give it access to everything by finding something like the view only access, and just choose the realm, whether it's we only want access to this area, or we want access to, let's say like the whole country and everything. Hopefully your realms structure looks a little bit simpler than this demo account. But then we want to click add, and we'll put the application itself in a realm, and we'll hit save. And what that will do is create a Google Data Studio example app for us. If we click this, we can now go to authentication, and we can copy our authentication API key. If we go back to Google Data Studio, we'll put that in here, and down here we can choose a category of what kind of thing we're actually loading. Are we just loading articles and contacts and things like that, or are we actually going to load information from a query that we've created, or other kinds of content as well? So I'm just going to choose basic types. I'm going to click next, and you'll see that this will then start loading information in from Fluro, and it'll say, hey look, these are the basic types that are available. Now we might say we want contacts, and after we've done that, we then want to click add. So if we click add, that will think a little bit and then drop in here, and you'll see Google Data Studio will start thinking, and you'll see we've got all of our fields and options and things like that. And it's still loading some data, and then hey, we've got a table here with all of the people and their age, and if we want to, we can say we want email addresses. We can drag that in here, and you can start going nuts with all of the cool things that you can do in Google Data Studio. Our people report. There's a lot more documentation to come for this, and hopefully we'll be able to provide some widgets and things as a get-go, some dashboards. But yeah, that's the basics of getting the data in, and then you can start doing all of the fancy things that you could want to do with your data.